Let me just get settled in here. Sitting on the floor because I don't have a stand, so the camera is on the table. Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel and you've not seen any of my videos, my name is Vasi and I'm a cabin crew based in London in the United Kingdom, and I travel all around the world with my job. At the moment I am in Calgary and it's really cold outside, so I'm not doing anything. I'm just in my room recording a video because now is the only time I have so I can film a video. So this is going to be a catch-up video, also Q&A, answering some of yours guys, yours guys, I can't speak English. I'll be answering some of the questions that you guys put in the comments on my videos, and some of them that have been sent to me on private Instagram and Snapchat and things like that. And I also need to tell you what I've been doing for the past month, because I've not posted much and I've been really busy, so it's going to be a talking video. I've got plans to go out for a walk, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So before I go into the questions, I just wanted to say that this month, February, marks a whole year since I left university. So if you're not aware, before becoming a cabin crew, I was at university in my second year of studies, and I've left to become a cabin crew. But the plan was to do it for 1 year and then go back into university and finish my degree. Little did I know, I fell in love with the job, so I was like, I don't really want to give up my job to be a student again, but at the same time I don't want to miss the opportunity to go back and finish my degree. So what's there left to do? Do both at the same time. And it is not easy. I'm doing both, so full-time university and full-time cabin crew, and it's doable, but it's not easy. So that's what I've been doing for the past month. I've had some trips which I didn't really film because I was really tired, and it wasn't anything interesting. I had a Johannesburg and a few there and backs, so nothing much to film, but now I'm in Calgary, so I've got a bit more time, so I thought I'd do this Q&A video because it's been long due. So yeah, I also moved, so the moving was a bit stressful because I had to find a room first of all. I didn't know if I should move close to university or close to the airport. So before, when I was just cabin crew, I used to live like, I'm gonna explain this in a really weird way, but I hope it works. So I used to live like here, that was my home, right? And the airport was like here, somewhere over here. There you go, right. And then my university was here. So for me to live at home and commute to both the airport and university would be really hard, given that I don't really have that much time. So this living here here was no longer an option, so that was gone, so I only had this and this, so I had to choose either to move here or here. This is the airport, by the way. So in the end I've decided to move at the airport and commute to university, because then I can live with crew, and the crew houses, well, the houses with other crew are a lot nicer than houses with students, if that makes sense, because as cabin crew we like nice things. So yeah, that's what I've done. I now live with 2 other crew, and I commute to university. For my university course, I don't know if I said, but I'm studying audio and music production, and I need to be at university on Mondays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. But that's only for a few months until I finish, so I think I would finish somewhere mid-May. So for a few months of university that I've got left, I'm just trying to keep both the job and university, and so I can have a job for the summer, and God knows what I'm going to do next year. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but it's been really stressful to try and fit both in, and I've actually contacted my scheduling at work, and I've asked them if they could move stuff around so they could like fit my university days so I can have those as days off. My plan going into it was do different trips that trigger a certain amount of days off. So like Johannesburg, for example, triggers I can't speak English today. Triggers 3 days off. So my plan was to go to Johannesburg on a Friday, come back on Monday morning, and then have the rest of Mondays off, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday off as well, and then go back again next Friday. The problem with that is hours, because as cabin crew we are only allowed to fly, like actually be in the air, for 900 hours a year. So, or like on a rolling 12 months, because of like health regulations and stuff like radiation and little things like this, you're not allowed to fly for too long. Yeah, but it was actually for February and March, it worked out quite alright, and I've got trips on the weekends and like shorter trips on Wednesday when I don't have university, so it's actually worked out quite okay. It hasn't been easy though, so but yeah, let's go through those questions and we'll take it from there. Sorry, I had to move the camera. Oh wait, I have to get my phone now. Right, let's go through these questions. I'm not really prepared because I didn't screenshot these. I'm just gonna go through my videos and answer them as I go through. So first question is from John Francis, and he's asking, please can I ask what camera do you use and which editing app do you use? So all my videos previous to this were filmed on my iPhone 7, and I was editing on Adobe Premiere Pro, but now I've got a Canon G7X Mark II, and I'm pretty impressed with it, but I haven't done many vlogs, so it's just sit down videos for now. I actually pay for the Adobe Premiere Pro, but you can use anything else from like iMovie to, there's loads of other apps. I actually don't know any other apps. I only know iMovie, so give that a go. And there's loads of tutorials online, so if you don't know how to use it, just go on YouTube and find out. I prefer Premiere Pro because there's loads of things that you can do on there, and it's like, it makes sense to me, I can understand it easier. Next question is, has your airline changed ties? I like the old one. So if you're new and not seen any of my old videos, you won't know, but I used to wear my uniform tie. And no, to answer your question, oh, this question was from Joseph Vlogs. No, I haven't changed uniform, I've just put on a different tie because my airline is not very happy about me vlogging in uniform, so it's just to do with like reputation and things like this. So I just had to put something that looks a bit smart so you guys don't know who I'm working for. All of my old videos that I did have in uniform, I had to re-edit, and yeah, they're not online anymore. Next question is from Roomley. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Is asking, to work in London. Yes, I operate from London, and I go anywhere around the world, from Europe, North America, South America, Africa, Asia, Australia. The only place I don't go is Antarctica, but yeah, I don't think there's much to do there. Anyway, to answer your question, yes, I live in London. And work in London, actually. That was your question. This next question is on the flight attendant tag video, and Albert is saying, is that you singing at the start of this video? If that's true, or you've got a sweet voice. Well, thank you. Yes, that is me singing. I do sing sometimes. Obviously, I study audio and music production, so I'm quite into the industry. And actually, I would like to take this opportunity to tell you guys about all the projects that I'm doing at university. So in my course I have 4 different modules. One of them is business, which I don't do much, and then live audio, which is more like practical stuff, which I can't really get you involved in. But the other 2 are, the one is studio production. So in this module, one of the assignments is to record a video and not a video, a song. So I need to record a song and produce it and mix it from start to finish. So literally getting a song out there. And I was thinking maybe I can just put it up here. But I don't know if you guys are more interested in cabin crew vlogs, or I was also considering making a different channel for my creative stuff, but I just don't know if it's worth going through that. The other module is film, like music for film. What's it called? I don't know, but the name is not important though. So on the other module, one of the assignments that I'm going through right now is working with the film and TV students. So we've been filming on set for the last week. We were on set and they've made a script and hired actors, and we were just there recording sound, so like dialogue, and then once that's done we need to go and do post-production and do everything to do with music, dialogue, and like everything to do with a video. So I'm just hoping maybe if they agree I can just pop that on here on YouTube so you guys can see what I'm getting involved in and what I'm doing. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. Next question is from Martine, and she's asking, what was the worst part of training, and what part of the training was the best? Maybe the worst part was commuting, because I lived like 1.5 hours from the airport. So doing it like every day on rush hour, that was not a good idea, especially when you work in the aviation industry where you have to be there on time, you can't be late. Yeah, other than that, I thought it was going to be really hard learning everything, because obviously there's loads of information that you need to memorize, but that wasn't bad, it was okay, because you've got the necessary support and you've got the time. 5 weeks is more than enough for you to learn whatever you need to learn, so that's really good. And the best part I would say would be, oh my god, my battery's flashing, no, not again. Alright, so I had to pause to charge my battery and I managed to edit some of the footage in the meantime. Back to Martine's question, the best part of training I think was meeting the people that I've trained with. We've had so many good things together and we've gone through a lot, and we really did kind of bond, so we're really friends even today. I've really met some amazing people on training. Next question is from Adam, and he's asking, what are the earliest and latest report times? Now it really depends from month to month, they do change, and maybe not so drastically, but obviously during the summer and winter with the time change, well, like the clocks change, that's what I mean. Yeah, they do change a little bit, so let me have a look and I can tell you. So for March, the earliest report time is 5:05 in the morning for a Belfast, and the latest is 9:10 in the evening for an Abuja. There's a few questions here from Barish, I think that's how you pronounce it. And the first question is, do you get to serve in the first and business class? How does it work? For my particular airline, the way it works, you have to wait 6 months before you get trained into the business class, and then an extra 6 months to get trained in first class. So I'm only serving business at the moment because I've not been in the company for that long. Next question is, let's say for a South Africa long haul trip, how many days off do you get? As I said, for Johannesburg we get a 3 days off, but for anything else like American trip you'd get this actually depends. So if we do a 4 days to South Africa, then we get 3 days off, but if we do a 5 days South Africa, then we only have 2 days off after it. But yeah, it really depends, but mostly for any American trips you only get 2 days off. The next question says, how many days off will you get after your 9 days trip to Singapore and Australia? For my Singapore Sydney, I had 4 days off just because it was in the winter, and I think during the summer it's only 3 days off, but I'm not sure. And the last question is, to be able to work as cabin crew in your company, do you need to be British citizen? or EU passport holder. Now you just need to be allowed to work in the UK, so have like a working visa, or I don't know what other things get you allowed to work in the UK, I don't know. But yeah, just a visa I think. And I think there were some more questions about like requirements and qualifications. You don't really need any qualifications to become cabin crew. You only need to have like a minimum of high school, or in the UK that's GCSEs, in maths and English, so obviously be fluent in English. What else? Just have customer service experience of at least 6 months, be able to swim, have an arm length of I think it's 210 centimeters or something like that, and you have to be a certain height. So yeah, do check, because they do differ from each airline. So have a look on their website, they will tell you the minimum requirements on there. This question is from DM Mark, and he's saying, please do your layover in Johannesburg, question mark. I don't really do much in Johannesburg because it's like my second home, so I always go there, and I don't really leave the hotel, not because it's dangerous or anything. I've just been there so many times, and I've done pretty much what I wanted to do. I've done a safari, and that's probably the only thing I've done. Oh yeah, I went to the orphanage on Christmas Day. No, I don't really do anything in Johannesburg. It's just my comfort trip, so I go there. I think we get there for about 36 hours, so we get there in the morning, I sleep for a bit, and then go for dinner and drinks with the crew, and then the next just stay in bed all day or go by the pool and tan. So I don't really do anything interesting in South Africa. Sorry. Maybe I will at some point. You never know. And next question is from Christopher Gavia, and he's saying, hello, what kind of aircraft do you work on? Greetings from LA. Hello, greetings from Calgary right now, or London, or where else in the world. I work on 4 different aircrafts. Now typically you're only allowed to work on 3 aircraft, well, to like be trained on 3 at the same time, and you would get a license on it. And the 4th one if it's similar to any of the others. So at the moment I am trained on the A320 family, like the A319, A320 and A321, and this does all the short haul routes, so anything in Europe. I've operated on these Airbuses, and then I'm also trained on the Boeing 777 and the Airbus A380. The Airbus, we only have like 2 routes, to Johannesburg and Miami. And just recently I've got trained on the Boeing 787. Today, just in Calgary, is actually my first trip on the 787. I quite enjoy it, but I still prefer the A380. I don't know why, maybe because I'm used to it, so I know where everything is. Obviously, flying as a cabin crew and flying as passengers on an aircraft is quite different, because we work on it, so we need to know where everything is around there. But yeah, I still prefer my A380. It's a lot quieter, I know where everything is, it just makes sense. Whereas the Boeing 787 is not too loud, but is louder than a 380 for sure. And I just can't get used to it at the moment. This next question is from Hotelier Mokesh, and is asking, can you have some tips to become cabin crew? I would say just do some research and apply, and make sure you get all you need. Like, before applying I didn't know how to swim, and that was a requirement, so I just went out there and got swimming lessons, and now I can swim. So yeah, just find out what you need, go out there and get it, and then apply, because yeah, you can do this job. If I can, anyone else can. I think that's most questions that was out there. Thank you so much. There's loads of nice comments and supportive comments. I really do appreciate that. And I know there's quite a few that are new to my channel and have come over from Kyle. So I really do appreciate you guys, and it's really great to have you around. Hope you continue to watch my videos and enjoy it. If you have any more questions for me, please leave in a comment down below, or just message me on my social media accounts. Anyways, I think that's all for me. And thank you so much for watching. If you've not subscribed, please go and subscribe to my channel, because it does really help me, and it also lets you know when I post a new video. Obviously now I'm really busy, so I don't post regularly, but if you'd like to stay tuned, just give a subscribe, turn that notification button on, and when I post a new video you will know about it, so you won't miss out. That's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.